What's up, y'all? It's your boy Mighty Mouse here, back with another video. So today I kind of want to go over some crafting options for you, and then at the end of the video give you a few examples of things that I crafted that sold or should sell. Now, if you've seen my content before, you know we're pretty geared towards just helping people and beginners, so if you're a beginner, stick around. If you're not, maybe you'll learn something anyways. So before we get into the video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and then leave us a comment on anything in the future you would like to see. So without further ado, let's get into it. Starting with waystones. This can be a tricky one, so here we go. You have several options. You can just craft them up as you wish, but you can use the Sinistral Alchemy, and you can put it on a white map to get you 3 prefixes and only 1 suffix. So you could have a map that looks like this. Or you can annul off the bad suffixes of a magic map or whatever, or even a rare map, and you can still do it this way. And what you'll need are the Sinistral Exaltations and the I forget what the regal ones are called, but it makes a regal only put on a prefix. We'll give it to you like that. And that's how you can just get some of these type of maps. So now we'll activate a couple more of them. Sinistral Coronation, that's what it's called. And you go over, evasive, it doesn't mean shit to me, so boom, put those on, pop these on. What do you know? We got double rarity with some quantity on 2 maps, just like that. We'll do it again just for another example. Rare mobs, and what do you know? Quantity and rarity again. And you can keep doing this. Like me, I don't like gold on my map, so boom, I'm going to take these off. Get out of there. And then we'll go grab a couple more of the exaltations. And bada bing, bada boom. Pop him on there. Not exactly a great map, so I'll chaos. Now you shouldn't do this because the market is super inflated right now, so you should not be wasting chaos orbs and currency, but we have currency to burn. We're not afraid to just light some currency on fire for the sake of the content. So now we pop some other stuff on it. That's good enough for me. And you can just continue to do this for as long as you have them. Now me, I set an order for, let's say the omens are 50 exalts apiece. I will set an order for 20 exalts apiece, and if they ever get down there, I'll set an order for like 100 of them, and then eventually they'll fill when somebody puts them up for that price. And then that will help you. That's why I have 100 of these and like 70 of the others, or whatever it was in there. And we've been using them quite often. So as you can see, you can make some pretty decent maps this way. And then if you feel so inclined, you could pop the rest of the suffixes on there if you wanted to, and then corrupt them and try and get a 6 prefix map. But you want to get a good base map even before you corrupt it if you're trying to sell maps for divines or whatever. Me, I just like running juiced ass content, so that's what I do. Now, crafting a ring. You want to get it to rare, and then you want to annul off all but 1 modifier, and then you'll chaos and chaos and chaos until you get a tier 1 modifier that you're looking for. For me, I'm looking for damage. This is a +1 prefix, so we can get 4 prefixes. So in essence, we could get every flat damage modifier, such as fire, lightning, cold, and physical, all in the same ring. So this is going to take some time. It's going to take some currency, but this is the basic way you'll go about crafting the top tier rings that you want. Now you could be content with a tier 3 or tier 4. If that's what you're into, then fine. Then that's fine. It doesn't have to be a perfect ring. But we've been searching for one of these rings and we want to get it right. So we just keep on chaosing, and then eventually you're going to land a decent modifier. Now, we've hit like tier 1 max life, tier 1 all res. Now, all res on this would be nice because you only get 2 suffixes. So if you wanted to stop there and try to fracture that all res and then annul everything off and start with then getting your prefixes, you could. But that's not what we're doing here. We're trying to make a 4 flat damage mod ring. I was tempted with that tier 3 cold, but we didn't take it. We're going for gusto. Now you can see this is taking some time, but we hit a tier 1. And the reason we're using an item level 77 because that's going to give you the most chance to get your tier 1 damage mods. Because all the other tier 1s like mana and percent chaos damage and stuff like that is over item level 77. So you'll put it to 4 modifiers. That is the minimum amount of mods it can have before you can fracture. Then we fracture, we got lucky. We hit the tier 1. Now we annul off everything but 1 modifier again, and we start from scratch. We start chaosing them again. And again, this could take it could take 50, it could take 5, it could take 100 to get another tier 1. But there's nothing telling you that you have to make it perfect. Again, whatever is within your budget and whatever your character needs, that's what you should roll. If it's resistances, if that's what you need, then maybe you should stick with the suffixes. Here we landed T1 Fizz, so we're going to put the rest of the modifiers on here. Now this is not how you do it, okay? But I'm showing you how you can fix it if you make a mistake. You would want to put on 1 modifier and make sure it's a prefix, and then you could whittle that modifier, but the market is crazy, so that's not really going to benefit you. It's going to cost you way too many divines. So you could just exalt it, hope you get lucky, and if you don't, then you can basically start over like this. Now, you're going to try to annul off 2 or 3 mods, right? Without hitting that fizz damage off. So the strategy I try to use is to just go for it and not think about it. Don't give the item time to react. Don't let it think about what it's going to do. Just do it. So like here, we kind of fake it out. We're like, are we gonna annul you? Maybe we're not. Don't worry, I'm not gonna try and take anything off. You know, maybe we'll do this one, or maybe we'll do this map over here, and then shisha. And see, now we're down to 2. So then you can whittle it. Now, if you're crafting an amulet for melee skills, hit it with an Essence of Battle. And if it hits accuracy, the greater essence has to hit melee skills. It can only roll 2 things. Now, the Essence of Sorcery is kind of the same way. So, but it has 3 mods: spell damage, cast speed, and spell skills. So, if you have something like, you know, with decent mods and you hit it with it, it might get spell skills, but it might not. So you have a 66% chance from a white item to get spell skills on it. Because you're gonna, well, basically you have a 33% chance, but you have 2 chances at it from a white item. So I'm gonna just let this roll and show you some of the items that I've crafted. And with that, I'm going to kind of walk you through without having the items in front of me, because I didn't take a video of me crafting every type of item. So belts, your elemental essences, your chaos essence, they can only roll resistances on belts and boots and helmets. So, oh, well, and shields. So any of that, if you're looking for a specific resistance, that's all that can roll on it. So you can hit those. If you're looking for armor or energy shield or evasion, you hit it with the essence of enhancement, and that they can only roll defensive mods on those. And it goes on and on. With jewels, it's kind of finicky because it's hard to know without just like diving in and using the essence on it what it can roll. But you can get some decent stuff. Like, for example, if you're a minion player and you happen to find a ruby that says your minions have increased life, and you're like, I want to give them some extra damage reduction, you can hit that ruby with a greater essence of torment, which is a physical modifier, and the only thing it can roll for minions is minion damage reduction. I don't think there's anything else. Maybe you can roll global physical damage on it, but I've never hit that. I've only ever hit additional minion damage reduction. Now on sapphires, the essence of sorcery, again, is probably your best bet, the greater essence of sorcery. You can get spell damage, you can get cast speed, you can get spell critical strike chance, spell critical damage. You can get all those types of good things, but you can also get minion cast speed and attack speed. You can get stuff like kind of like that. Now, there's kind of special circumstances where you might want something out of the ordinary. Like on a ruby, you might want block chance. Good luck. I don't know. I've tried and tried and tried to find what rolls block chance with the essence. I don't know that there is one. But I can tell you, you can get increased armor, and you can get defenses from an equipped shield with the enhancement. So if that's what you're looking for, which can be very good for your survivability, if you're using a armor energy shield hybrid shield with high base stats, and you can get 30% from your equipped shield. So if the shield has 200-300 energy shield on it, and you get 4 jewels with a 30% increase, and then you spec in your tree for percent increases, you can get an insane amount of energy shield with only having your shield being the only thing with energy shield, coupled with an amulet with percent maximum energy shield and stuff like that. Like, you can really benefit your character that way. So that's basically all I have for right now as far as examples and stuff. But if you leave a comment below about any other questions you have, hey, how can I roll this? Or how can I put this on an item? Or anything like that. Or maybe you want something different. Maybe you don't want a crafting video. You want something else. How do I juice my maps? Let me know, and I'll make a video on that in the future. But you already know what it is. You are enough. Stay blessed. And as always, stay mouthy, my friends. We'll see you on the next one.